Hello and welcome to 10 Pin City, Sydney, with the excitement of the inaugural Australian Bowling Cup. You're watching Kegel, Roll and Thunder, with the nation's best bowlers teaming up to bowl for Australian glory. Featuring the doubles Baker format, 8 teams of 2 players have been divided into 2 pools, Pool A and Pool B. 3 matches per team in each pool, 2 points per win and 1 point per draw. The pair with the most points standing in each pool will progress to the final and will feature in a bowling battle for the Australian Bowling Cup. Today we feature Pool A with 2 exciting games. We're about to find out who has the power and passion to kickstart their campaign. 8 great players, including David Porto and Matt Riley. Matt, who's the team to beat?
Oh, look, the 2 pros are going to be obviously the hardest, but you never know. It's one game, anything can happen. So, yeah, I just can't wait to get out there and have a bit of fun.
This format, David, tactics come into play at all?
Hey, there's 5 frames, there's no tactics. It's just bowl 5 strikes, get out there and do your best and hope the other team doesn't do as well as you.
What a match to start us off today. David and Matt's opponents are the formidable duo of Rebecca Vukalos and Emma Walsh.
Yeah, it's definitely an exciting event to be part of. I personally can't wait to get on the lanes, especially with my partner Emma with me. It's going to be a great day.
Emma, playing as a team, how does that change things to regular competitions?
Oh, it changes it up a bit. Normally when we play in competitions around Australia, we usually do individual competition, but it's great to have a team event today, and I'm looking forward to playing alongside Beck.
And it will be the girls to go first after the boys, Matt and David, won the toss, and they have said to the girls, Beck and Emma, you can have the honour of starting things off. And it will be Beck with the first shot on week 1 of Kegel Roll and Thunder. And we are underway with a strike. So there we go. Fantastic way, Paul, to get the competition underway, and a bit of a gamble from the boys to send it over to the girls to go first.
Interesting. Guys won the toss and they've elected to let the girls bowl the first frame, and they will bowl the next 2 frames, which will mean the ladies will finish.
David to start things off. He's ready. What you can do, Beck, he can do better, or just as well anyway. Daniel, good start there for David Porto in the competition.
Great start there from Porto.
Excellent shot. David likes to be aggressive, and he got up there and was very positive with that first shot. Flush in the pocket, 10 back. Matt Riley looking to build on that strike from David. Up on lane 4.
The Tasmanian Devil. Here he is. And well, he's left 2 out there.
Little short with that one, Peter. Just a little bit inside of his mark. Fraction tentative. Went through the headpin, left a 3-10 baby split spare. Not the easiest spare to start proceedings off for Matt.
How will he go about sparing this one?
He's going to go ahead and take his least hooking ball. And he's going to come cross lane and go straight at it, and he's going to try and fit that ball in between both pins, so fit it in between the 3 and the 10.
As you can see, he has changed ball. Here we go, looking for the spare, and gets it. Perfectly executed, just as you explained too.
That's it. Wanted to cut down the hook on that spare shot. Went straight at it, and perfect spare. That'll give him some confidence. The first one was just a little tentative Matt there with a big powerful strike ball that he throws, and hopefully that will relax the nerves. Emma up on lane 5, trying to work on that strike from Beck.
Yeah, Em Walsh in good form and warming up yesterday. The girls were on fire actually. A couple of warm-up matches, and here is Em Walsh, and almost left a nasty split. Lucky for her, the 7 just decided to fall over the last minute. Just 1 pin left here for Emma Walsh, and has got the spare. No dramas at all there.
So, after 2 frames, we are even, Peter. Both started off with a strike, followed up with a spare, so we have 20 in the first frame. Both teams working on a spare.
It's as cutthroat as it gets, folks. Beck Vukalos. She started off with a strike, but unfortunately she's left the 10 standing.
Looked like a great shot. She kicked the 10 out the first shot and looked almost the same shot, just a little bit lighter in the pocket, and left that corner pin, the 10 pin, standing. So she'll get a plastic ball out, come across lane, cut the hook out and go straight at it.
Bec Vukalos looking for the spare. Started off today with a strike. And it's just as Paul said, she didn't even have to look at it. She knew that was right on.
Great shot, great frame.
He's got ice running through his veins, doesn't he? Just doesn't look like much phases him. He's in now, full of confidence. Gets the late hook and the strike.
Great shot, a little bit high in the pocket. 6 pin stood, but he just got it to carry right at the last minute. Again, good aggressive shot by David, and he got the reward with that late carry on the 6 pin. You can just see there, just came up a little bit more, hooked in a little bit harder to the pocket. It was a fraction high, but got the break and tripped out the 6 pin. And let's see if Matt can be a little bit more positive with this second shot and work on David's strike.
And he looked a bit tentative early on, did Matt Riley. Here he is now. And, well, he's left 8 out there again. This one should be an easier spare for him than his first time around.
Yeah, much easier. No split here. But again, he's going to look for that nice straight shot at the pocket. Should be quite easy for Matt to get this one.
Interesting on the warm-up lanes, Matt was going with the Urethane ball, which is his least hooking option. And he came out in the warm-up lanes and he threw a few shots with the Urethane. Didn't feel like it was hooking enough to get it back to the pocket, so he's gone with the reactive option, and both times have just come high on the head pin, hooked a little bit too much for him down the back of the paddle.
And you definitely have to thinking about changing balls now after those 2 shots.
Here he is now, looking for and misses the spare. Leaves one out there. It'd be vital. Emma Walsh, she's ready with the bowl and leaves one there. Be looking to clean up here to put the girls just in front.
So that's it. With a nice spare here, this will put the girls out in the lead. Not quite taking as much of an advantage as we would have liked to see. A strike here in the 4th frame would have really given them a good lead. But 9 spare here will make the boys feel the pressure. They'll be shaking in their boots.
Cover the spare with a plastic ball, and the ladies will be 10 pins in front after 4 frames.
And gets to spare, so the girls are in front. Emma and Bec after 4. So it's going to be Bec Vukalos to continue here for the girls after they've got their noses in front.
Bec's thrown 2 good shots so far. Struck the first one, left a 10 pin on her second shot. Looks very comfortable so far.
He certainly does. Picture of concentration on her face. Sends down the shot. And has got her second strike of the day.
She looks quite relieved off that one. Looked like it was a little bit left off of her hand, and it just held in the oil a little bit longer and went high flush in the pocket, 10 back.
Well, Paul, tell us about that, because this being the first match on after the lanes have been oiled, now what does that do for tactics?
Yeah, fresh oil, so there's a lot of oil in the front part of the lane, and down towards the back end, the last third of the lane will be completely dry. And that oil will shift around as they bowl balls down the lane, and it does mean you've got to be a little straighter and firmer and cut your angles down on the first match.
David Porto, he'll be looking to hit back with a strike. The boys need one, but it's not coming on this occasion, and he'd be disappointed with that one, Daniel.
Oh, exactly, and not a split here, but having a sleeper pin, leaving the 8th pin here in this split means that he's going to need to make sure he covers those pins and really throws that ball through it.
David Porto trying to get this difficult spare, and he makes it look easy. That was a confident one from him.
Yeah, a little fortunate from David. He was trying to get the ball to the left of the first pin there, which is the 2 pin, and it just went over to the right, but still managed to get the 8 and the 4-7 out. So good spare, and leaves the boys 10 pins behind going into frame 6, but the girls are working on the strike.
Kegel Roland Thunder. We talk about the oiling of the lanes. It is from the Kegel oiling machine. What a great piece of machinery it is. As Matt Riley to continue. He wants a strike to get the confidence going, with just misses on that occasion.
And he stayed with that ball too. I thought he might have made a change there in his frame for him, but stayed with the ball, still came up just a fraction too high.
One pin left to clean up here, and he's got it. Get the late hook on that one to get the spare.
Certainly kept us on the edge of our seat there, Matt. He hooked the ball almost up the whole entire lane for that spare. So 11 pins in front with the girls can go to 21 pins in front with another strike.
And it is Emma Walsh to continue here. Terrific format, the team format. Here is Emma Walsh, and just off target on that occasion there, Paul.
For the third time in a row, Emma's left the free pin. She's come up like 3 times. As Daniel said from the first shot, she would have made an adjustment off of that first shot and come a little further left. But again, she's come up light. But she has left herself with a relatively easy spare, leaving the free pin. Plastic ball again. Looking to spare the same single pin 3 times in a row, Peter.
Spare here will certainly keep the pressure on the boys who need to get on a roll. Emma Walsh for the spare and gets it. So the girls haven't left anything out there so far, Daniel.
That's it, covering all their spares. That's what we like to see. Spares win games.
11 pin lead, Peter. Both working on the spare coming into frame 7. Tight game.
Full of confidence. Sends down a shot. Looking for strike number 3 and has left the nastiest of splits you can have.
A little bit high in the pocket there from Beck. Missed her target a little on the inside and a little slow. So leaves the 4-7-10 split. Very difficult conversion. Only came up just a fraction light, Peter, but really paid the penalty for that shot there.
Do you take your medicine here and just leave one out there?
At this particular stage, I'd be looking at the pin count, and I would definitely cover the 2 pins in the left-hand corner.
I'm pretty sure that's what Becky's thinking, and well, she nearly got it to go across to knock over the 10. But goes to show the importance of having to finish off on each occasion. Gives it a real rip on this occasion and converts. That is a huge one there from David Porto, who really has, Daniel, found his range.
Oh, and that's the strike they needed. They really need that strike right there. I think now they might be a little bit more relaxed. Matt stepping up for the next shot here. And he, again, is going to be looking to make a slight adjustment. He wants to double here. They want to really put that pressure on the girls.
Well, this is where you can really feed off your partner.
Now, he stayed with the same ball, but see if he's making a move.
Well, he's seen what his partner's been able to do, and he's done the same.
What a shot there. Certainly a momentum swing there with Beth leaving the open frame, and the guys have done what they were meant to do, and that is they've jumped on that mistake and they've doubled in the 7th and 8th frame. Light hit from Matt, but with that big, powerful strike ball that he throws, gets the carry. David, his partner, certainly liked that one, Peter.
Didn't he, Watt? Pressure now on Emma Walsh. The boys, slow start for them, but they've taken control of this match. Emma Walsh looking for a strike. Can she get one? And, oh, nearly. She's come so close on every occasion, Emma Walsh.
Great shot. She's changed ball there, Peter. She's gone to a ball that hooks a little bit earlier and a little bit more. And definitely got the ball to hook more down the back of the lane. Perfect in the pocket. Just leave a flush 7 pin. Should be an easy conversion for Emma.
Needs the conversion. The boys coming off back-to-back strikes when they go into the 9th. Em Walsh looking for the spare and will get it. But it is the boys who have taken control of this opening match of Kegel Rolling Thunder.
Vitally important now. Beck Buchlas going up into frame 9 needs to get a strike in this foundation frame. Still has 204 maximum for the girls, and the boys so far are working on a 196 game.
Beck Buchlas has 2 strikes already in this competition, looking for another, and almost. But, Daniel, it was almost going to be a very nasty split as well, a 7-10 split.
She got lucky there in the end. Lucky there, just tripped out the 10 pin. She'll be very thankful for that.
Peter was talking to me earlier about that 7-pin standing up a lot during practice yesterday, and Emma's stuck a 7-pin on her shot, and Beck has followed up with a 7-pin of her own in frame 9.
Beck to clean up for the spare. The girls need it, and they get it.
Okay, 1:43 in the 8th, working on a spare. The guys can really close the game out here with another strike from David, Peter.
Can he drive a nail into the girl's coffin? He does. He knows how big that was. The fist pump, the high fives. The nod to his partner. High fives to the fans. He liked that one, David Porto.
Great shot there. Very aggressive again from David. Likes the reaction of the ball. 10 back in the pit. Just leaves Matt now. Matt gets up and gets 9 on his first ball, and that is going to be game 1 to David and Matt.
Big one here. This could decide the match. Matt Riley, he's got the 9.
And that'll do it for him in game number 1. A little tentative off his hand, a little high, and went through the head pin, but fortunate to get 9 pins over, and that will mean that game 1 goes to David and Matt.
Don't forget too, folks, you can get involved in the sport at any time. It is absolutely fantastic sport to be a part of. Bowl.com.au, a heap of fun. You're seeing how much fun these guys are having. In a high-pressured environment, grab your mates, grab the family, head out, get involved. Matt Riley's loving things at the moment, looking for a spare. It's important too to note in this competition, guys, and those watching at home, that if it comes back to a count back, pin totals are very important. So you really need to, even for the girls in finishing off today, they need to make sure they can maximise the score they can get.
That's it. Getting that spare in the 10th frame gives Matt an opportunity just to try something else out on the TV lanes. He's going to go to a different ball, and because they've already won the game, it means he's got a free shot here. So he's going to change ball and see if he can get a different reaction, something that he likes a little bit better of, to come back for match 2 with.
You've been asking for him to change the ball for the last 8 ends. Daniel is fine listening to you.
Exactly, he's gone to something that looks a bit stronger.
He's got a nice though. Should have listened to you earlier. They would have had this wrapped up a lot earlier.
Well, that's it.
Good solid game from the guys, 206, get us off the proceedings, and the guys get off with a win and 2 points.
Right in.
The 10th and final frame here for the girls. Here's Emma Walsh, gets a strike.
And the Brooklyn too.
Crosses over to the Brooklyn, gets a strike. That's Emma's first strike.
What a way to get the first strike.
Ladies haven't bowled a bad game here. They've hit the pocket pretty much every shot. There's a little bit light from Emma for the first 3 shots, and one that went a little bit high for Beck Vuklis, but they have thrown a decent game here, and I still think they'll come back strong in game 2 and 3.
Well, there'll be a chance here for Emma Walsh to finish off with 3 strikes. A turkey for her to finish off. She'd love that to get the real confidence going. Can she get a double? She does. She's got a double.
And that's the shot she's been looking for all game. Beautiful in the pocket. Carries all the pins. I think she'll be nice and relaxed right now.
Much better shot there, and seems more comfortable with this bowling ball's reaction. It hooks a little bit earlier, a little bit stronger, and something that she can be aggressive with, and knowing that ball's going to make its way back to the pocket.
Chance to finish off. The crowd getting behind. Emma Walsh got the clap going. Looking for the turkey. 3 strikes in a row. A great confidence booster, as Paul said, for next game. Going for it and got it. There we go.
Finishes off with 3 strikes. A 193 game for the ladies. So 206 to 193 to the guys.
Look, I'm glad I've got a good partner. No, I was just a bit, I don't know, a bit hesitant, I guess. A bit soft with the ball speed maybe, and maybe wrong ball. I swapped balls in the last shot and it looks a lot better, so I think I'll be right next.
Guys, a great way for the kids to get into bowling is through Bowl Patrol. Daniel, you've had a lot to do with this program. It's absolutely fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a great program. It really does teach the kids the good fundamentals of bowling. Gets them active, gives them a sense of achievement, really gets them involved in the sport and teaching them the coordination skills that they need to play our sport.
Good coaches, the shorten lanes too important as well.
Exactly right. It means that they can start a little bit closer to the pins, get to the pins without using the bumpers, and really learn how to bowl properly. It's great.
How important is it then too to have those coaches there with the kids at an early age? There's so much that goes into the sport.
Well, that's it. Having a coach that's enthusiastic and high-fiving, and it's great.
It is. It's absolutely fantastic. Bowl Patrol, folks. Great way to get the kids involved in the sport. Look at them there having fun. For the details, head to the website, bowlpatrol.com.au. Kegel, Rolling Thunder action continues after the break with the $1 million man himself, Jason Belmonte, with teammate Sam Cooley taking on the mighty pair of Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling. Welcome back to Kegel, Rolling Thunder. You're watching Australia's best 10-pin bowlers in action here at 10-Pin City in Sydney. Here we go with match 2 for the day. Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley in a bowling blockbuster with Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling.
We bowled together a couple times in Queensland teams and whatnot. We gel pretty well, so I think we'll be a pretty good team.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
And Blaine, for you, from your point of view, who are the teams to beat, do you think?
Oh, in our pool, definitely Jason and Sam. They're the ones to beat. But from looking at yesterday, I think the girls have something to pull up. So, they're also top competitors. But everyone's really, really good. So it's going to be a tough competition. But we definitely fit in the crowd.
Top class field, who do you see as the team to beat?
Us.
Of course.
I like his confidence.
But it's great competition, Jason.
Oh, look, mate, we've got the 16 best bowlers from around Australia. In the format that we have today, being a Baker format, the right pairing, gels at the right time, anything's possible. Sam and I, we're certainly confident, but, we're not underestimating any of our other competitors. I think there's going to be some big scores out there, so we're going to have to stay sharp and, hopefully we knock them over better than them.
It's the two professionals here in Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley up against the young guns in Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling. And it was Jason and Sam who won the toss. They chose the right lane, lane 5 here at 10-Pin City. And the boys have said, Jason and Sam, you can go first. So it is the number 1 in the world, the best bowler in the world, Jason Belmonte. Our first look at Jason Belmonte and Kegel Rolling Thunder, and he's not happy with that start.
Yeah, it just looked like the ball came off the pattern a little hard down the back of the lane for Jason. He's got that tremendously high rev rate, a lot of ball speed, and just went high through the head pin and left the 3, 6, 7, 10 split there. Difficult conversion. He's going to get his spare ball out, go hard across the lane and see if he can send that 3 pin over to the 7 pin.
And he just misses. Just missed.
It looked good, just missed it. Open frame to start for Jason. Opportunity for the young guys in frames 1 and 2 to jump out to a lead.
It is Sean Bowling. What an apt name.
Excellent name for a 10-pin bowler, yes.
Sean Bowling. And that's what he's doing. Great opportunity here for the youngster. Can he drive home an advantage?
And there you see he went through the head pin just like Jason's shot, but he managed to get the 9 pin and the 7 pin out, so he's just left with a 3, 6, 10 spare. Much simpler conversion than the one that Jason had just a moment ago. So he's going to pick up his spare ball here. And this is a ball that is designed not to hook. It's his least hooking ball, and he's going to come across the lane and go straight at it.
Sean Bowling to convert the spare. It's looking good. Well, they've converted. And Daniel, it's advantaged the youngsters after the first frame.
Exactly right. It's Jason and Sam, very experienced bowlers. Start with an open frame. It's a bit rare for these guys. But I think we've got Blaine here. He's going to be feeling a little bit of nerves bowling against his idol, Jason. But See if he can get a strike here.
Not only does he look up to Jason Belmonte, but he bowls very similar style to him, the two hands, and that is a great start for the youngster.
It shows Jason how to do it. Straight in the pocket, start with the strike.
Excellent shot from Blaine, yep. Using the two-handed style that Jason changed the sport of 10-pin bowling with. And Blaine's an excellent young bowler in his own right, recently winning the Milo International in Malaysia, which is arguably the biggest youth tournament in the world.
Our first look at Sam Cooley for Kegel Roland Thunder. Study of concentration and leaves three out there, Paul.
Yep. Didn't miss in practice, and that's always seems to be a curse. He's left a 2-4-8 spare, a little bit light, sent the ball a little bit wide down lane, and didn't quite make it back to the pocket. Leaves himself a relatively easy spare to cover here in frame 2.
Well, you mentioned didn't leave anything out there in practice. Well, in warm-up games yesterday, it was bowling strikes for fun.
When Sam starts to get lined up, he is a strike machine, that is for sure.
And he convert, he needs to, and he does.
Okay, gets the team off to a start there in frame 2. Guys out to an 11-pin lead, the young guys. Blaine and Sean, 11-pin lead through frame 2.
Now a second look at Jason Belmonte. Missed out on the spare. In his first up shot, and here he is now. And gets the strike.
Much better shot from Jason, and that's what you see Jason Belmonte's all about there. A little bit light in the pocket, and he sent the head pin to the left wall, and it came flying back over at the 10-pin with the messenger. This is what Jason can do. That's what separates him from us mere mortals, is he can send pins scattering around the deck like nobody else in the world.
Just see the extra power that that shot had on it. Sean bowling. Here he is, the spare first up. He's left two out there on this occasion.
Nice sleeper here again with 2-8.
Just came a little bit light. Just did off the first shot where he went high on the head pin, and just came around the back of the head pin there, and he leaves the 2-8 spare.
10-pin Bowling Australia, great supporters of this event. Kegel Roland Thunder. Don't forget you can get into bowling as well if you're watching at home. You never know, you could be on TV one day as well. It's a great sport to get involved in, especially when you're cleaning up with spares like that. Bowl.com.au is the website.
Not the easiest of spare conversions there. You saw the first shot where he came across the lane for the spare with his least hooking ball. He took that one out with his strike ball, moved a little bit to the right, and made sure that he hooked and covered both pins.
Well, we've seen Blaine Fletcher with a strike already. Setting the shot. Looking for his second strike and gets it. He is in the zone. Young Blaine Fletcher. A terrific start to Kegel Roland Thunder for him.
He's nice and relaxed. They've got the lead now on the pros. It's not something we see often. We've got Sam Cooley up next for his second shot of the game. See if he can make that just a little bit of an adjustment off the first shot. Get into the pocket a little bit stronger. Carry all 10 pins. And start a campaign against these young guys. Show them they mean business.
Sam Cooley. Strike for him. Jason Belmonte here on Kegel Roland Thunder. Peter Basoldis, Paul Delaney, Daniel Webb with you.
Working on a double here, trying to get out to a triple. See if he can get a turkey in frame 5.
Here he is, Belmonte. Look at those pins just scatter.
Makes it look so easy.
Excellent shot. They were 1 pin behind, but with that strike, that gets them out to a 9-pin lead. So they've turned this game around in frames 3, 4, 5. Sam and Jason leading by 9.
Paul, can you explain to us, layman, how he's able to not only get that movement on the ball, but with such power as well? It's extraordinary.
With that two-handed style, that's what he creates. He creates more ball speed, more rotation, and the ball goes through the pins a lot harder than anybody else's bowling ball.
You're seeing the best of the best here in action today, folks. And Sean Bowling, the youngster, says, we're not going away.
Yeah, just crossed over there. A little bit of a fortunate break there to get the double, and that puts this game back 1-pin lead for the young guys.
High quality stuff. There's no nerves, first match nerves from any of these guys. Blaine Fletcher.
Blaine looking for 3 in a row. Really put the pressure on the pro guys with the strike here. A little bit high, missed his target a little bit left, and leaves the 6-10 spare.
He'll be looking to spare this one. If he doesn't, we saw in match 1 how a match can quickly change if you leave a frame open.
With this format, it can certainly turn around in the matter of 1 frame. Going across lane with his spare ball, covers the spare nicely. Good spare by Blaine. 108 in the 5th frame, working on the strike.
Confident stuff there from Blaine Fletcher. Here is Sam Cooley. And he's got it. You heard him just say, go.
Yeah, looked like he threw it a little bit left off his hand, and he definitely wanted the ball to hold its line and not make a move too early, and it certainly did. Straightened up into the pocket. 4 in a row now for Jason and Sam.
It's a thrilling match. Match 2 of Kegel Roland Thunder.
11-pin lead now for Jason and Sam. Another strike from Jason, looking to take it out to a 21-pin lead.
And here he is, Jason Belmonte. He's found his range, but he's left a nasty split here.
Yeah, 2, 4, 8, 10. Jason looked like he liked that off of his hand. It may have been just a little bit quick. The ball pushed a little bit further down the lane before it made its move back to the pocket. Came around the back of the head pin and has left a very difficult split to convert here in frame 7. Taking his strike ball, he's going to hook across the lane at this, Peter. He's going to try and hit it light left of the 2-pin and send the 4 and the 8 over towards the 10-pin.
Well, if someone is to execute this shot, it is Jason Belmonte, but he can't on this occasion. He's left the frame open, the second open frame that the pros have left here, Daniel.
Yeah, it's not what we're used to seeing from these boys. 2 open frames, 6-3, frame 1, 6-2, frame 7. Are we feeling a little bit of pressure here? Don't want to be upskilled by the young guys.
Certainly back and forth in this game. 141 in the 7th for Jason and Sam. And the young guys are 7 pins in front. Working on a spare frame 7, Sean Bowling.
Here he is to drive home an advantage. Can't, but we'll be looking for the spare.
Again, hooked a little bit high through the head pin. Left a 3, 6, 9, 10. Difficult spare conversion. Most difficult non-split spare that he's left here. He's going to have to go with his strike ball and take out the sleeper pin, the 9-pin.
As Sean Bowling is ready for his crucial shot, don't forget, bowl.com.au, the website to find your local centre to get involved in this great sport of 10-pin bowling. We're enjoying week 1 of Kegel Roland Thunder, and the youngsters of Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling are as well.
What an important spare that was. That keeps Sean and Blaine 3 pins in front through frame 7. If he hadn't have covered that spare, they would have been behind, but they just keep themselves 3 pins in front, 3 frames to go. All to play for.
Certainly is all to play for here. What a thrilling match we've got. Now, Jason and Sam are working on a top score of 231. The youngsters, 234. Is Blaine Fletcher with the shot, and he leaves the 10 standing.
Great shot from Blaine. Perfect in the pocket. Just leaves that stubborn 10-pin. The 6-pin, the pin closest to the 10, flew around and didn't do its job of taking out the 10-pin. Stubborn 10-pin stands, and now he's going to get his plastic ball and come straight across the lane at the spare.
To convert here is vital. And you see that the potential higher scores is only 2 points separating that margin, and he does get the spare. This is going down to the wire.
Very fortunate. Just about got the ball for the 10 pin.
Needs to come back hard here. Sam Cooley.
If anyone can strike here under pressure, it's Sam.
Sam Cooley in, looking for the strike and just misses it.
What a shot from Sam. Threatened to do that a few frames ago when he went a little bit high in the pocket. Left a 9 pin, but the pin came around and took it out. This time, nothing came back to take the 9 pin out. A solid 9 pin. He will feel aggrieved that that ball did not strike.
Looking for the spare here to complete the 8th frame. And he's got it. Impressive stuff there from Sam Cooley, but this match going down to the wire. Continuing Kegel, Roland Thunder. Match 2.
Jason in the 9th frame, 2 pins behind. Important to set this game up with a strike in frame 9 for Jason.
Can he get the strike? He can't. Just hasn't found his range today.
Looked like he adjusted off the last shot that came around the back of the head pin, and this ball hooked very hard in the back of the lane, went high on the head pin, left himself a 3-10 baby split.
Needs to convert. Does so. With plenty of purpose there too, Daniel.
Exactly, and how cool is this? You have a real close look at his spare ball. He hasn't got his own name and face on a bowling ball. I mean, how cool is that? This is the man.
Yes, the Belno plastic spare ball getting the job done, converting that split. Guys, young guys, Blaine and Sean do have an opportunity here. Sean in frame 9 certainly can take advantage here, and with a strike in frame 9 will set up Blaine the opportunity to win this first match.
Sean bowling. Misses the strike. Leaves 3 pins out there.
We have a 1-pin game, Peter. Sean can cover this spare. There'll be 160 in frame 8 working on the spare. Jason and Sam 159 working on the spare. We have a very tight game going down to the wire.
Actually too with Sam Cooley bowling the 10th frame for his team. He started to find his range. So big pin here. 3 of them rather for Sean bowling, and he's got them. So gets the vital spare, and the boys needed that.
1-pin lead going into the 10th frame. Blaine steps up and he can strike out. 3 strikes in the 10th will mean that they will win this game. A lot of pressure on Blaine going up into the 10th frame here.
So Blaine Fletcher started off this match with 2 strikes in a row, playing against his idol in match 2 of Kegel, Roland Thunder. Can he get a strike here to open the 10th? He can't.
They all seem to be struggling. It's just coming out a bit high. Every shot. You see here, they're just struggling to get that into the pocket where they want it. Leaving some interesting spares here.
Extremely important to cover this spare. A spare and a strike would mean Blaine and Sean finish with a 199 game. That will force strike to Sam to throw a double strike in the 10th frame to win this game. Very important shot coming up here, Peter.
Yeah, there's the spare. Now, 1 more here for Blaine Fletcher. A strike vital here for the youngsters. The team of Blaine Fletcher and Sean bowling, handing it down to Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley, putting the professional players under a heap of pressure. Blaine Fletcher, and leaves 2 out there. So 197 for the boys.
That was a great shot, just came a little bit light. Unfortunate to leave the 7-10 split in the pocket, and that has left a door open for Sam here. If he fills 19 pins in the 10th frame, they will get away with this game by 1 pin. Sam needs a strike or a 9 spare in this first frame, in the 10th frame.
So it's all on Sam Cooley here. This is as good as it gets, folks. Kegel, Rolling Thunder, right down to the wire here for match 2. Set for his shot. Sam Cooley looking for the strike, misses.
And that is game, Peter. That gives the game to Sean and Blaine. They will be the winners and get off to a winning start in game number 1.
Well, what a moment it is for Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling, with Sam Cooley to finish off. Cooley in, trying to get a spare, misses. So in the end, it's a comprehensive victory to the youngsters. Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling defeating Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley 197 to 182. A massive result here in Kegel, Rolling Thunder. Well, Blaine, you took him down, mate. Well done. Great start.
Thank you. Yeah, it was a very, very shaky start. I couldn't feel a thing until I released the ball. I was just really happy it got to my target and got to the pins beautifully. And you know, once I'd done that, I was 10 times more relaxed and it was more of a breeze from there.
And Sean, for yourself, they came back hard during those middle stages, but really closed things out well, both of you today.
Yeah, I just thought I just had to keep sparing. I couldn't make as many strikes as Blaine or the others, but as long as I kept sparing, I thought we were in there with a chance. It worked out.
All right, well done. Look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks' time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
So there we have it. One match for Pool A for each of our teams, and it's David Porto and Matt Riley on 2 points, along with Blaine Fletcher and Sean Bowling after that upset win. They're also on 2, yet to register a point. Rebecca Vukalos and Emma Walsh, and Jason Belmonte and Sam Cooley as well, also looking for their first win of the competition. Join us next week as we feature Pool B with another 2 exciting matches. The Australian Bowling Cup is up for grabs, and you can see our next group of sharp shooting contenders. We've had a great week 1. Looking forward to next week. This is Kegel, Rolling Thunder. Bye-bye for now.